Hey there everybody, how you guys doing? It's a gorgeous day here in mid-October. We are in Lake Charlevoix at a quaint, darling little historic cottage. This was one of the original cottages in this whole part of the lake, and we started in early this spring on a big part of this project trying to sort out and deal with a major water issue they were having behind the house, and it morphed into and turned into this amazingly beautiful project where we ended up doing all of this beautiful brickwork and quaint little garden work, and we just finished up a big, huge, beautiful brick patio on the water side of the house. So I thought it'd be fun to tour you through this darling little project that started as a little idea and turned into a much bigger mission, but all in all, awesome project. Great clients that we totally love, and it's been a really just a joy to work on this awesome little project here. So let's dive in. Oh yeah.
Work it.
Oh. All right, so really to tell the story of this little project, I'll most definitely have to include in a lot of footage from earlier on in the season when we were doing this project, because it's really hard to even completely understand and comprehend the sort of the scope and scale of what went on back here in this really quite small little space. We had to completely dig out all of this. There was a rotty old deck back here and a little lawn area, but what we found is underneath that whole lawn area there was some drainage pipes from neighboring properties that had been run into this back space a long time ago, and were just dumping a tremendous amount of water during the springtime especially, all into this back space with nowhere for it to go. And with the home being so low, this old, classic little cottage, all that water was just flooding into here and wicking into the walls, and they had all kinds of moisture issues. So to really tackle the problem, we had to completely dig this all out. And as you can see, the access back into this space is very small. We tracked back in here with a little machine, a lot of wheelbarrows, and a lot of really hard work just getting this all dug out, properly drained. So we hooked up all the gutters to drainage pipe. We did a big drainage array of pipe in here, so all of this now drains and goes all the way out to daylight, way out in the swale, out in front of the house. It's a beautiful thing. Now we've just started sort of rebuilding and reimagining this quaint little cottage garden. Right now, as you can see, a lot of this furniture and stuff is being tucked away and getting ready for winter time, but we've got a nice small little quaint cottage garden around this space. It's just a little pea gravel patio with some different creeping thyme, boxwood, some roses along here, some clematis that'll climb up on the fence, and just some fun little mosses and things like that. A lot of these perennials and plants were here before in the landscape. We dug them all out, put them all aside, and saved and reused a lot of them, so that, because a lot of these plants had a lot of memories for the owners from their parents and everything that have since passed. To be able to reuse all these plants and keep those stories alive is really important. But even more important was keeping the cottage alive and dealing with this just massive water issue that they were having here. So that was the big story back here. This little wall here, this is just dry stack stone. We love little dry stack walls like this. It's such a little cottage look. Very easy to do and very quick for us to build these little walls. And we love tucking them in with these, quaint little staircases like this, just tiny little limestone steps. And we can really be creative with a lot of these natural materials. Right along this border here, this whole entire border is actually, and this wall is set above this really deep, clean stone trench. And really that's kind of the heart of our whole drainage solution back here. Is underneath here, there's a really clean kind of wrapped burrito of stone, and that big 6-inch drain pipe is down in the bottom of that. So any and all moisture from this whole backspace and off of this brick is going into that big gravel gutter and working its way out. Like I said, all of the gutters from the house now are tied directly into a separate pipe. So we now have all the water really being managed cleanly and efficiently out of this backspace. And since we did all of that, they've had nothing but dry, beautiful, results. And they were able to replace a bunch of siding and redo a bunch of things on the house. And now they're in good shape. So. All right, so right at the front of the cottage here, this all used to be wooden decking that came up to the cottage and wrapped around the front, and a lot of it was rotty and needing to be replaced. And instead of replacing with new decking, because we had to tear a lot of it out and do so much drainage work and everything, they elected in this second phase, which we just finished up this last week, to go ahead and bring that same sand molded clay brick that we used in the back for that back walkway around the front. And so we peeled off of this little front entry in brick and peeled around here, just put in this darling little Japanese maple. And then these beds obviously still have to be all planted out, but this little kind of walkway space will be planted like a little garden, walking through and transitioning from the little front door area into this new whole back patio. Like I said before, this was all deck, but we elected to kind of just slightly slope down with the brick, which allowed us to have a stone step here at the sliding glass door. So dropping the whole patio down a little bit instead of having it right at the sliding glass door kind of accomplishes multiple things there with that solution. It keeps all of the moisture and snow and everything like that down a little bit lower and away from that threshold. And it also required a lot less gravel and fill material to have to come in here and raise this all up. So kind of a real great solution by adding that big, beautiful stone step there at the slider. And I also think it just looks awesome. So really love that the big natural stone step there and a natural stone step in the same line right off of that side walkway. So now we have this beautiful brick all the way around the house, and it's really turned out nicely. This little bump out space over here, once the garden gets tuned up and enhanced there a little bit, that'll be a nice spot for the grill and the barbecue and a little area for the chef to hang out. And this will be sodded in the next couple of days. So this ramp, kind of lawn ramp, walking out into the lawn and the gardens and the lake beyond. And then this new bumped out space here will be for a really nice little seating area and an umbrella area there to just enjoy the view of the lake and beautiful summer day. I'm really proud of the way this whole little project came together, which started as a request to just help out with a real small little patio in the back and maybe take a look at a little water issue that they might be having. And once we really dove into it, we realized that there was a lot of things that we had to address to really get this cottage tuned up and looking good for another 100 years. Really proud of the team and what we were able to accomplish here. And it just feels awesome to have been able to work on this one from the get-go. So it's another beautiful day on Lake Charlevoix. We're diving into another project about a half a mile or so down the shore, and we'll keep you guys in the loop and bring you along on that one as well, because it's going to be really stunning. Hope you guys are all having a great day. We'll catch y'all in the next video. Cheers.
All right.
Okay, everybody, this is Cindy, also known as Laughing Cindy. Okay, start over. You have to say more than just laugh, though.
You didn't ask me a question.
Well, okay.
You just want me to start talking?
No, I
Okay.
should. All right. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Now, of course, I really need water.
I've been filming the whole time, so.
Good. We can cut that all out. Okay, everybody, this is Cindy, the owner of this darling little cottage here on Lake Charlevoix, and she has come out to join us in this video process. And
Yeah.
so tell everybody about how much you love your new
Oh my
patio
gosh.
and
The whole project.
how it all went.
And I'm a co-owner with my husband Todd, who's behind you. But
He's hiding.
the whole project has been so amazing from the very beginning, like a year and a half ago when we first had the vision for the back courtyard, and now finishing it up with this brick patio. This is like, I just had a vision of this curve because the cinder block cottage is so straight, and then Jack came and added his amazing touches of having the ramp up to the patio, so it really feels like it's a ground level situation. And it's awesome for little kids running up on the patio, or anyone that's ADA needs access to the patio. And it also slopes to the front door, same thing. It's awesome. So it's like having it on ground level, which is something I always thought would be beautiful, and it is. And then these gorgeous big rocks arrive, which at first I thought they were dinosaur eggs because they were so huge. But now we have this wonderful
Now that
sitting
they're
rock.
tucked in, they don't feel
Here, I'll
quite
show
as
you.
big. Yeah, show us how it works.
It works like this.
Look at how well it works.
And just to sit here and daydream, and I just couldn't be happier. And it looks like it's been here forever. The cottage, my great-grandparents bought the property in 1940, and then my grandfather built the cottage in the 50s or 60s. So we just couldn't, it just looks like it's been here forever. So
Yeah, but the front patio was sort of phase two. The beginning
exactly.
was
The beginning was fixing the water issue.
and that was a joy. I mean, this spring it was.
Is that what it was?
Remember, it was pouring rain the day that we
Yes.
really dove into it
Yes.
heavy, and well, and it was in hindsight, it was a very good thing that it was pouring rain so hard, because we could see the full
Here's the
extent
problem.
of waist deep water and muck and issues, and water just coming from every which way.
Pipes underneath that we didn't know were there, coming from
was
who knows
crazy.
where, and yeah.
But you know, I just kept saying, we'll figure it out.
I know.
Don't worry.
Todd
She
and
was
I
a
are
little bit
freaking-
worried.
Todd and I are freaking out, but we had full confidence in Jack and Clark and his amazing team also.
Yeah,
Just
it was-
amazing, and it works. I mean, whenever there's rain, even though there hasn't been a lot in the past couple weeks, but during the summer when it rained, it just drains beautifully out there. And this has been an issue for this house for years and years and years. It flooded in the back a couple of times. There's just been always water issues, and now I don't think we have any. So
No,
that's the
definitely
biggest
not.
thing.
Yeah.
All this stuff is just icing
Yeah, that's
on
the
the cake.
icing on the cake. But taking care of the water issue
Yeah.
was the big mission of this whole entire project, and you don't get to see any of that, but
Yeah.
that
Oh,
it
it's
all had to happen.
so
It
complicated.
really
And I
needed to
remember when
happen.
you first came out to look, you said to be the best steward of this house is to take care of the water issues, and I think that's really wise. And
Feels pretty
true,
good
and
now.
Yeah, it feels
Feels pretty
awesome.
good.
It's great.
All right. Well, thanks, Cindy, and thanks for all of you watching at home and everything like that. And we'll see y'all again here soon. Cheers.